And so that's
Oh,
what I was doing when I started my business. I was like entering the nursing program, and
yes.
then I told my family, I'm done. I'm going to go check out and see what this
Yes.
is
I had
going
a
on.
similar conversation.
And folks were buying the products, and
Mm-hmm.
I really stopped and I said a prayer. I said, God, if this is the path that you want me to be on, I will notice the doors as they open. But if it's
Yes.
not, then I will also notice those doors closing. And ever
Yes.
since I started, like, doors have just continued to open, similar to the one that I walked through to be in this booth here today.
Yes. That we are here again with another episode of About Your Art podcast. Yay!
Right.
Whoever's editing this, throw some applause in there. Okay, so this time, last episode we were in Palm Beach,
Palm Springs?
wherever it is, where in Florida, not the
Okay.
one in California. I
Probably
think it's Palm
beach.
Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
Palm Beach. So last time we were in Palm Beach. Now we're in Baltimore at the ACC show, one of America's first big, art convention shows that was doing it around the country. You can look it up.
Yes.
But this is About Your Art podcast, and tell me your name.
My name is Nisha Blackwell. I am the founder of Knotsland Bowtie Company.
Mm-hmm. And so share a little bit about your art.
So we started in 2014. Actually, I stumbled into entrepreneurship by making a gift for my
Oh,
friend's daughter. That
okay.
gift ended up being hair bows. I took it to a birthday party. The
Mm-hmm.
parents were really, really excited about this handmade thing. I left the
Yes.
party with several customers. This is the
Okay.
really paraphrased story.
Yes,
I
this is
left the
good.
party with
Yes.
several customers, and it was
Mm-hmm.
my first experience in entrepreneurship. And actually,
It lit a fire, didn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
getting so like the
Somebody
exchange of
buying,
money.
yes, and that's my husband, he's an artist here, and that's why I'm at these shows, but he likes to say to customers, you're paying the ultimate compliment by spending your sometimes hard earned,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
not every money is hard earned.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
so they're spending their money with us, so that's the ultimate compliment. So yes, it
Yep.
lights a fire.
And it's an
Mm-hmm.
investment. Every person who spends money
Yes.
is an investment in the brand. And
Yes.
so, speaking of investment, I went to a startup accelerator
Mm-hmm.
and I got my first round of seed investment after that, like
Was
a
it
couple months.
Kickstarter?
No, it's actually it's a program in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
It's called Ascender
okay,
now.
yeah, let's
And
talk about, yeah,
so
it's called
Ascender,
Ascender and it's in
and
Pittsburgh.
it's in
So
Pittsburgh.
anybody in Pittsburgh that's looking to have a kick-started business and a fund, then they could check out. Tell them what it's called again.
It's called Ascender. And so they're a co-working space and also just entrepreneurship development. There's so
Cool.
many amazing resources in Pittsburgh. We have the Greenwood Plan, which is a black owned, black led organization that does the
Yes.
same kind of work. We have Catapult of Greater Pittsburgh. They focus on retail, artisans, and culinary. So it's just been great to like grow in the Pittsburgh space and grow as an artist, and also have been a mentor, a consultant, and giving back to the community over the years. So it's just been great to like have a practice and also give back in meaningful
Yes.
ways.
Oh, I love that. I love giving back, especially in the art sphere, because I feel like that's what keeps arts alive,
Yes,
is
yes.
that continuous, giving,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that's really good. So what inspired you to become an artist?
So I've always been an artist. I'm a lefty. I've always been very, very creative, but I didn't
Mhm.
grow up around a lot of creative entrepreneurs. So I had
Mhm.
no true examples. So
Mhm.
I went to traditional college,
Mhm.
undergrad, then I came back and went back to school and
What
went to
was your
nursing.
major?
My major was criminal justice and psychology,
Okay.
which I kind of use some of the psychology.
Yes. Oh,
So-
for sure. In sales, come on. Yeah, this
exactly.
the amount of psychology we got to work with some of these customers.
Exactly.
It's like, "Ooh, what do you want me to do? Hold your hand, walk with you through
Oh,
this?" Like, that's
yes.
okay. I'll do
Stories
that.
of fun stories. Um,
That's cool.
and
We love them
then
all though.
it was hard to navigate a professional career out of college. So I decided to go back to school for nursing. And so that's
Oh,
what I was doing when I started my business. I was like entering the nursing program. And
yes.
then I told my family, I'm done. I'm going to go check out and see what this
Yes.
is
I had
going
a
on.
similar conversation.
And folks were buying the products. And
Mhm.
I really stopped and I said a prayer. I said, God, if this is the path that you want me to be on, I will notice the doors as they open. But if it's
Yes.
not, then I will also notice those doors closing. And ever
Yes.
since I started, like, doors have just continued to open, similar to the
Yes.
one that I walked through to be in this booth here today.
Yes. That I saw my one of my other artist friends, she makes jackets. So when you say a door that opened, did she kind of tell you about this show and kind of help you get, like, how
Oh
did that
man. So
process work?
Rona and I go way back. She's always
Yes.
been very, very supportive, but we were both in a program
Mhm.
together in Pittsburgh, another
Yeah.
artist community supportive program.
Uh-huh.
And a colleague of ours who is really into the American craft space told us
Mhm.
about the show. And
Okay.
she actually, Rona has come for several years.
Yeah, I saw
And
her
this was
last
my
year.
first time
Yes.
coming because, like, I've just been really nervous about a show this size and scale because most of what
It's
we do
intimidating.
is retail, like, is wedding and custom work.
Mm.
So to
Having a lot of
expand
custom
and have
jobs in
inventory.
the time and all that, it's yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
you
even
can do it.
figuring out how to, like, approach it, right? Like, do we
Yeah.
talk about our retail? Do we talk about our weddings? But I've had an opportunity to talk about all of the
Yeah, I
things
was gonna
today.
say, you never know
Yeah,
like, yeah, you could talk about literally all of them. So
yeah.
that's cool.
So I'm excited.
Yes, that's awesome. I wanted to touch on you and Rona's relationship because I think a lot of up and coming artists don't like sometimes a lot of artists can be introverts and so they don't really utilize that relationships
Yeah.
the relationships that can be fostered. And so I just want to let people know that lean on your other artist friends and exchange information because that's how you'll know about cool opportunities like these. And and y'all can help each other, and it's all about information sharing.
It
So
is. And
cool.
Rona, like, even today, she's always been supportive. We've always found
Yes.
ways to, like, you know, we're both busy
Yes,
moms and
of
artists and all
course.
of that, but we've always found ways to support each other in ways that make
I
sense, right?
love
And ways
that.
with our capacity. So even her coming over today, she was like giving me feedback on my setup and my
That's
display. Just very, very kind. And she's so dear to my
Oh,
heart.
yes.
Yeah.
Y'all, you hear that? Lean on your artist friends.
Hmm.
Cultivate those relationships because they can really be just really inspiring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's so good. Okay. How would you describe your artistic style and what influences your work?
So my artistic style is very intuitive. Like, I have no other word than to
Come on,
say
Cancer.
intuitive.
Come on, girl.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So people are always like, "Oh, how did you do this?" And a lot of times I've had to, like, train myself to, like, take notes and things and, like, talk so I can actually talk about a collection in a meaningful way. Like, I feel the collection. It's just not always easy to articulate it.
Yeah.
And it starts with materials often, or an inspiration I see in the world, and I'm like, "Ooh, I want to make," or a pattern, or not even a textile pattern, but sometimes I'll see, like, ceramic tile patterns, or
Okay.
like, patterns anywhere and everywhere. And buildings, I love buildings and architecture, so I'll see that and get inspired. So it
A
comes from
lot can inspire you with
it
the
does.
architecture.
It does. It does. So that's my answer for how
Yes,
I've become
beautiful
inspired.
answer. That's awesome. So, is there a particular story or message behind this your current collection at this show?
Yeah, yeah. So there's several stories. So
Mhm.
alternative
Let me grab
energies.
this.
Alternative Energies here is a collection. It's the first collection that I made after having my baby. So it really signifies this transformation and transformative time as I had,
Motherhood.
yeah, motherhood, as I had a lot of time while I was nursing to just think about what I wanted to create. So this was like a big collection in which I collaborated with our local glass center called the Pittsburgh Glass Center to also create brooches and lapel pins,
Ooh, that's
and
cool. I
uh,
love collaboration.
a glassware collection. So we have flutes and
Mm.
rocks glasses, which I couldn't bring because I
And
had to enter the
that's
show.
perfect for the wedding vibes because that's a good wedding gift. Ooh, that is so smart.
I couldn't
Ooh,
bring them to the show because you have to, submit your main
exactly.
primary thing, but
Hmm.
the glassware has been very, very, very popular as well.
That's
This collection here is just kind of a little bit more casual. I wanted to touch on that person who wants to wear ties just not just as formal, but every day and integrate them into their
It gives
wardrobe.
jeans.
Yeah,
Like it gives
exactly.
like you can pair this with jeans.
Exactly.
Love that.
And this collection here is a collection that was made out of a necktie collection that we
Oh,
received. And so many of the components here were kind of selected and paired with our fabrics in our collection
yes.
to create this.
I can tell the different textures. Like you got velvet with silk. It looks like
Yes, and some satins. And
satin. Yes,
I
that's what I meant.
love mixing. I love the chemistry involved in
Oh,
mixing
I love
textiles. This
this.
is a velvet piece. It's been, I mean, a lace piece. It's been
Yes.
super popular today. It's one of my favorite
I can
because
see why.
not just because of the base, but there's this knot technique that I do
Yes,
every
yeah.
once in a while, and it
I
has like
don't know
it's
if the
like a
camera can pick it up.
origami style thing. And then we have lavaliers. So lavaliers are the longer
I was
style.
wondering what
It's
that
what I'm
was
wearing
called.
right now.
It's leather.
Yeah. And the lavaliers are really this evolution of the brand. They're
Mm.
a tie-in between a bolo and a pussy bow, in which we just have created something that fits in our product line, but also kind of skews a little bit more femme and femme forward for people who want to get a little bit more snazzy.
I like it. And I just can we like look at your outfit
So
real
this is
quick?
her.
I love it.
Thank
I'm a
you.
cheetah girl. Cheetah
Same.
girl, cheetah sister.
It never goes out of style.
Ever, ever. Mm,
It's a neutral at this point.
literally, quite literally. So, lastly, what's one of the biggest challenges you face as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome it?
I love that term,
Yes,
entrepreneur.
I didn't coin that term. Yeah,
It's great
it's
though.
cool though. I'm gonna use the crap out of
It's
it.
pretty great. It's pretty great. And so I'd say my biggest challenges are a this idea of having capital. Like a lot of things are tied to capital, right? Like
Yes.
marketing, being able to market yourself from where you are. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's obviously this is a huge marketing opportunity as well, but
Mm-hmm.
just having those resources and financial resources to continue to push the brand so you stay top of mind, that's one
Relevant.
part. Just as a black woman in the craft space and creating that lane and defining myself and who I am and my vision and my identity in the craft world. I know textiles oftentimes get a little bit like they're a little pushed to the side if I'm being honest, because a lot of people when they think craft, they think top of mind as like a ceramic or a metal or a glass. But when it comes to textiles, the intricacies that are involved, if it's not just quilting, even if it's just like what I like to say that we do is like we sculpt fabric. So
Yes, that is a
all of
really
these are
important
pieces of
point.
wearable art.
Yes, that is so true.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And so,
We did.
okay, so I know I said lastly before, but lastly,
Yeah.
this is my closing question
Okay.
for you. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self about the journey of making art your business, what would it be? No, actually, scratch that. Future self.
Future
Yeah, your
self.
future self.
Wow.
So
I was ready for the younger self.
when your son turns like 16, like what advice would you give that version of yourself? Not that I mean,
Yeah.
because your business is
What would
it's
I
all
say to my future
intertwined.
self?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
So
that's a part of your future self. I don't know,
absolutely. My
or
future.
whatever. Which one would you like to answer? Which one do you feel more comfortable? The younger self or the future self?
I
And
like
I'll
the
cut this out.
challenge. I like the challenge of talking to my future self and
Okay.
saying like, laying that foundation, because when I think of my future self, I want to have built something that my son can either be involved in. I would love to see my 16-year-old son working, like
Yes. Come on.
actually not just working like grunt work here and there, but I would love to see him leading and this be one
Yes.
of his first leadership positions, even if he doesn't decide to take over the company or take over the brand, but just kind of understanding leadership from the framework of like, how would you do this better? The way that I've become inspired is I've always had aunties who would sell dinners or sell art
Mm-hmm.
and sell these things, but then they would stop. And I
Mm-hmm.
always used to be the kid to be like, what would I've done better? Like why did they stop? Why didn't they keep their dream? So I want to be that person and that example for my son, and to see him be able to like own this, and I see it in him already. Like I don't make him wear bow ties. He don't have a bow tie on today, but when he puts one on, he like lights up and he feels like it's almost like he's ready, right?
Yeah,
He
you
goes
can tell
into
him
mode.
then, like, yes, feeling
and
himself. I
and
love that.
I can't wait to see
That's
the
a black
evolution
boy
of
joy
right.
embodied. And that's so good. I love seeing that.
Right,
That
right.
that awakens, that heals something in us,
Yeah.
and that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
come on, generational wealth. We
We
building
tried.
it. We building it. It's happening. It's not trying. You're doing it.
Yes.
This is part of it, And generational wealth isn't just monetary. It's like you said, instilling those values and instilling that leadership because he
Confidence.
can take that anywhere. He can take that to the
Joy.
boardroom. He can take that anywhere that he
Hmm.
wants to, and you're just setting him up for just the best possible outcome. And for that, I have to say thank you, and I'm so proud of you, sis.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. And thank you for having me. Thank you for interviewing me. And I can't wait to see it. And I hope that this was very, very inspiring to the folks who are
I hope
watching.
it is too. And lastly, tell people where they can find you.
So you can find us in Pittsburgh. First and foremost, we have a small retail showroom where we do the making, and we have our wedding clients and everything in Pittsburgh on the east side. But then if you're not in Pittsburgh, you can also find us online 24/7 at knotsland.com. You can find us on Instagram at sign knotsland on every platform, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, all the above.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for being a part of my
Of
podcast. I'm going to come
course.
around and hug your neck. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
This was
you.
great. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
I know.
Jesus. Jesus.
There it
Oh,
goes.
Jesus. I forgot I was connected.